Shalom, family. Shalom. Glory be to God, and blessed be the Lamb forever and ever. From time to time, you may in the background hear the rumble of my AC. Pay it no mind. Pay it no mind. Preliminary matters. A couple of points I would like to make. What is this obsession? What is this obsession from the Western woman with God and their hatred of God? Don't say that it's not a hatred. It is a hatred. It stretches across Western societies. America, Germany, France, Britain. What is this hatred? I would like to ask them, will you stand and fight for this hatred? Because one should understand, we're not interested in gender. We would just as soon harm you as we would your brother or your father or your nephew or your son. You know, I heard a Western-oriented woman say this morning that she had a problem with the Ten Commandments. But she turned it into her having a problem with religion and the differences within these religions. Let me clear something up. To any and all of you who are still currently practicing religion, and you still think that there is some hodgepodge of choices that you have, the only religion that you should have right now is me and God. We're going to kill everybody else. Your gods are already dead. My angels, I'm sorry, did I go too far? Did I go too far? Okay, I'm going to back it up. Our angels kill you at will. Kill you at will. Let me tell you a story. There was a group of people following me around from city to city, and I had them on the move. So I hopped a Greyhound bus back to Houston from Dallas. It was a rough ride. It was spiritual war and almost fisticuffs and gunfire inside the Greyhound. But on the outside of the Greyhound moving along at 70 miles an hour, right around 15 miles on the outside of Dallas, right by Buc-ee's, there's a head-on collision. The northbound driver came out of its lane into the southbound driver's lane and knocked the hell out of him. Shocked everybody. Carnage, mechanical and physical carnage, blood on the ground. And the bus passed by slowly as they all gawked and looking googly-eyed at the carnage caused. By 20 miles up the road, here's another one. Boom! Head on. Same scenario. Northbound car knocked the smack silly hell out of a southbound car, head-on collision. Before I reached Houston, I would witness 5 of those. Each and every last one of the southbound cars were red, or some version of red. They trying to show some solidarity, trying to be coded up. They got hit head on by white cars. All of them having license plates with 14s and 7s. You still think that we play with you? See, one thing about the members of my team, they're always ready to die. like Johnny on the spot. Like Johnny on the spot. You know why they ready to die all the time? Have you a clue? Better yet, do you have a understanding of why you're not ever willing to die? Ever. If you could live for 1,000 years, you live for 1,000 years. If you could negotiate with man death himself, then that's what you would do. Do I need correction? Do I need corrections? And this would be a nice segue into something I wasn't ever even going to talk about. To those people who believe in their religion, pardon me, that they are the only ones that are going to go to heaven. You believe this shit in your heart. That ain't nobody going to heaven but you. You know what my father says about that? Do you know? Do you know what he says about that? He says that if they truly believe this in their heart, that upon their demise, upon their death, that they are going to heaven, then why aren't they speeding towards their death? Why don't they speed toward their end? Why do they spend millions of dollars to not die? Why do they come up with all kinds of cures to not die if they but believe the shit they want you to? Ain't that something? Did I go too far? Have y'all figured out what group of people that would say such a thing? Well, let me give you a one-word hint. Move. Moving on. Moving on. Yeah, we should move on. Right about there. Because that's just preliminary. Preliminary B. Listen. Why is it? I was going to make this a damn point of topic, but I didn't know. We'll just touch on it briefly. But something that my brothers, fathers, uncles, nephews, we should explore this. What is this love affair between your daughters and the Democratic Party? What is this love affair between your daughters and this system of governance? What is this love affair? Can you explain it? Ain't she black like you, for she is of your seed? Is not she black like you? Is she not your daughter? But I only ask this politically. It's something you should explore, but do so honestly. Explore these things. Why is she on the very same page with a party that purposely goes out of its way to harm you as her father? Sounds to me like somebody is getting pimped. But moving on. Just explore that one. Moving on, people. But I love you. But like I said before, I'm going to tell your ass the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. They say that the expectation and the numerical downward trend of black voters is going to hurt President Joe Biden. This is what they're saying. This is what they're saying. They are exasperated. Their understanding of their understanding is very bad. Listen to me again. Their understanding of their understanding is bad. They look out there and they say, black people are not voting, and they don't like Joe Biden. That's what they tell each other. It never dawns on them. The black vote is not the problem, sir, ma'am, Democratic Shield operative, politician, lobbyist, understander, members of the Democratic think tank, and its associated echo chambers. You're misunderstanding the whole thing. Number one, whether you want to admit it or not, your problem isn't with the black vote. The problem you're having is with the African American vote. The black vote has always been out of your reach, out of your control. Okay? It is the African American vote that you control, influence. Not the black vote, not the Negro vote. Most specifically, not the black male vote. And I hate the word male as it pertains to black men. The vote of black men. That sounds better. Give my big brothers the level of respect deserves. We men. We're men. There ain't a woman alive that can tell a grown-ass man what to do. And if it is, he should check himself. He should check himself. Which brings me to my next point. The Democratic Party is dependent upon the black woman to not only vote, but to bring in the black male vote. Here's where they have a misunderstanding of their understanding again. We're going to have to clear this stuff up. Quit being shallow. Always ask yourself why. When you have answered a question, analyze the answer, then ask why. When you answer that one, analyze the answer and ask why again. For only then will you have the truth. Quit being shallow and lazy. Then you will have a better understanding of your understanding. Now, where were we? I'm on fire this morning, ain't I? You thought I took a break? What you thought? Anyway, let's move ahead. Let's move ahead. You have an understanding of your understanding. Couple of them. First of all, you're not black as you want to see yourself. You want to make the word black and Negro interchangeable. Black people are not accepted by white people. You are accepted by white people. Understand this. And the only way that you can be accepted is by harming the masses of the Negro. Understand that now. Factor that into your calculations. Point B. Black men left the building the better part of 15 years ago, 20 years ago. As such, the black woman does not have the stature or the authority that she had 20 years ago, 25 years ago. You get what I'm saying? So stop preaching to the choir. You're preaching to the choir. You need to reach the African American voter. You will never reach the Negro voter using methods designed for African Americans. media, corporate-owned media, corporate-owned newsletters, and newsletters written by them, of them, and for them. They never mention the plights of the Negro mass. Neither do they think of themselves as Negro. But I'm not going to asperse the African American today because each of us have a choice to make. It's freedom of will. You have a choice to make. They've made theirs. Respect their choices. It's them who won't respect ours. But I'm off the beaten path again. Damn it, it's so much to say. So much to say. Why? This fundamental misunderstanding of the new political dynamic is going to alter American politics for the next 2 cycles at least. Presidential cycle coming up and the midterms thereafter. No doubt. No doubt. You know, it's really amazing. You know, I'm trying hard to tiptoe around this subject. But if I don't add this to the equation, then the answer will always be wrong. So I ask you to help me. What is this love affair that your daughter has with Klansmen? The Democratic Party. Racist, the Democratic Party. You need to explore this, gentlemen. You need to explore this. Or is that your daughter? If it's not your daughter, then hey, say so. And we will deal with their asses accordingly. If you have some kind of agreement with your daughters, then let it be known. But in no way at this point can you say that on a political level, on a level of policy, what's being taken, what's being given, what's being received, is she living a same pathology as you? Not only is the pathology different politically, but sociologically. You factor in historical reference, and you will start to understand why. But if you look at the numbers, the raw numbers of who gets what in this country, you could explore it before I do. Explore it with both of you. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with your daughter. Daughter, look at your daddy square in the damn face and you tell him what it is. If you can find his ass. Because at some point, if this don't come to some end, bad things are going to happen. It's only exacerbating an already bad situation when one knows the truth. In the midst of all of this, toss in the black boule. Toss in the black boule. I'm going to be nice today. I'm just saying, back to that, listen here, it's going to be hard to be nice today, but I'm going to work on it. Do you think that we give a damn about worshipers of false idols? Worshippers of the devil, worshippers of false gods, those who have taken part in the very system that has harmed my people. You think that we give a damn about you? You think that you are black? You are African American? Don't make me keep driving this point home. you will take part in in Babylon's portion of wrath. You will take part in Babylon's portion of wrath. You are Babylonian, aren't you? You are about DEI, aren't you? You are about inclusiveness, aren't you? So you should have no problem with this. You have been examined. Not only have you been examined, but you've been found wanting. Not only have you been found wanting, you've been listed oh boy. Let's just say you've been listed for destruction. So you can walk your ass around here and think of yourself as being a part of. But I promise you, you're gonna suffer alone. You shall perish alone. But if you toss this in to what's going on in the black community, the African American boule does not think of itself as Negro. It doesn't have to. But your problem is you keep seeing them as your brother, as your sister, while they operate against you as I speak. As I speak. See, the boule, that chosen group of African Americans that are have been chosen to mislead you and to deceive you, have a problem. That problem is social media. That problem is social media. They have reached this level of where they basically have said, F it. They all know the truth. Well, okay, if that's your attitude, then let's count the numbers. How many are you? How many are you? I just want to know who to kill. I mean, we don't have to go and do this long, drawn-out process, but that's not what you're going to do, because you understand that the minute that you separate from the Negro, you die. You're already losing power in the face of Negro social media, in the face of Negro political prowess, shall I say, and my voice. So you keep asking yourself, what's happening? This is how stupid the African American is. You know what's happening. I'm happening. I understand loyalty towards God, and I respect it. But please, that's not even being loyal. Does your God require you lie unto yourself? Huh? Does your God require lying unto yourself? Because we already killed him. If they ain't dead, they in a very bad place. They don't want, you do them no favors worshiping them. If I was speaking as their agent, I would say, please, he's already in trouble. Please quit worshiping him. Quit speaking his name. Anyway. Meanwhile, have you not noticed, did the boule, have they discussed simple matters like the downfall of the national holiday in Negro life? The downfall of the national holiday in Negro life. The Negro does not celebrate Thanksgiving. We understand that it's free food. It's times of bounty. The Negro does not celebrate Christmas for what I would think is obvious reasons. You have priced it out of our reach for so many years that we just say fuck it. Again, it's about the free food. I'm just telling you how it is. Most of your holidays are pagan, but the African American can afford Christmas and Thanksgiving, so that makes them an American, not a Negro. One way to be sure to know that if you are a Negro is by what you can afford. If you cannot afford rent, then you're probably a Negro. If you cannot afford to eat healthy every day, you're probably a Negro. Okay? If you woke up this morning on the concrete, you're probably a fucking Negro. If you don't know where your next meal is coming from, you're a Negro. Okay? You need more. We know that the African American is none of these things. We know that they're none of these things. First they said, man, it's like evolution. First they said that I hate white people. Then they said that I hate black people. Then they said that I hate the migrants. Then they said that he hates the gays. Then they had, say, man, the truth hates you. Listen, it's all about how you process the information. I bring you the truth. And you make the truth a lie. Excuse me, you make it dangerous. You know, we have to, the powers that be have to understand something. You're no longer operating in the old dynamic. The new dynamic includes two things, me and the internet. Neither one of these things had existed. And you haven't learned how to factor it in. So you keep making mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake, thinking that it's still 1995, 2005. Fundamentally, everything has changed. And you keep just grinding the gears, grinding the gears, grinding the gears. Because you have nothing new. See, you refuse to, I'm talking about the system of governance. You refuse to acknowledge what's right there before your face. Your plan works. Did not you plan to separate the black woman from black men? Success. Heck, did not you intend to destroy the black family? Success. Heck, did you not intend to emasculate the black male? Success. Heck, did you not intend to indoctrinate and miseducate the black population? Success again. Heck, but here's what you didn't count on. You see all these successes, but you don't see the culmination of the events that's going to come after you have succeeded. One of them is that black women don't speak for black men. You see what I'm saying to you? So now the black woman is of no political value to you. She is a political value unto herself, not you. Not you. Here's a second thing that you did not see. Is because of the separation of man from woman and the destruction of the black family, she bears no influence